And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Robinson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, number 19. He'll try to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just gets rid of that one.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. 2nd down to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Left side, it's Brown. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Snapped on 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They just keep firing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Handoff for Ball. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. It's Mays. He's there to make the stop, and not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Bounces out looking for that line. It's Pryor. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Ball. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Jones to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to find the end zone. Looking for room, and he's not going to get there. The defense comes up with a huge stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. The Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. They've got a first down here to open the period. Fresh setter down's going to the air. And his throw is incomplete. Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Long way to go on second down. Back to pass. It's Mateer. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. On play action. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Gets the back moving. Here's a give the ball. Spins away from the defense. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. A run for the quarterback. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Mays. Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Sells to fake. Rush right in his face.
Oh, that might be a little too close for comfort for me. If I'm a play caller, I want to create some space. I want to take a shot, maybe throw the football down the field. But woof, I want my quarterback to know, like, listen, hey, we're really close. We're a bad spot away from 2 points for the other team.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. He'll put... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them...
And that's a live ball behind the line. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with ball. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
On the run from inside his own 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes, but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Time to take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that 1st down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Now from inside the red zone. Fires to the right. Tosses it incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dead center perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Deep in the end zone, it's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Sends it back in motion. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big jump, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Stockton. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw one first. Under pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Takes the easy completion. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Drops back on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And now the lead's extended a little further. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 17 team, the BYU Cougars.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. They're all over him. Left side, it's Robinson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Look out! It's complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that.
You got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Motion from the wideout. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Quarterback changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. And he gets rid of it. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. Turning it on. That continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature. They're going to give give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground. And the Gators in the hurry up.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Straight ahead, it's Brown.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Second down, gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. He rifles one deep to the left. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Just ran him over. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Drives inside. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Snaps on fourth down. Escapes the pressure going right. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Robinson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Extending the play. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up all. The whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big-time pickup on that one.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Second down. He's changing the play. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Jones to throw. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. Knocked down immediately.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Brown. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
Yeah, that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen, whatever it is. They choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Jones wants to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move, trying to get the late score.
4th quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the 4th quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Second and long here.
Bingo, Ruben.
Making the adjustment. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Jones to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick an extra point, tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
They'll run it. It's Pryor. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Keeps it himself. Breaks into the open. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Fires to the big fella. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get one first down. And Palmer, they can run it. They can play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. They go out, they get the execution needed to win this game.
It came down to the final.